YTBC student. Now, that is the youngest, baddest uploader who has stepped foot and touched buttons on this thing and has made total sense. And I tell you something, I've seen a lot of them come and go. But YTBC student has now graduated into the midst of the masters.
What up, everybody who talks boxing, comments about boxing, and makes boxing videos? I haven't really had any time to make any videos since the announcement of not only the Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia fight, but all these other fights that are going to be taking place in the first quarter of 2017. All I got to say is, I hope they all happen. I like what I'm seeing, but I'm not going to hold my breath that everything happens the way that it gets scheduled. I'm going to hope for the best, but I'll be anticipating some postponements. I'll be anticipating injuries. I'll be anticipating VADA testing / busting. I will be anticipating backing out. I'll be anticipating all that stuff. Not that I'm not optimistic about the sport, but if you bank on every single fight that gets signed, you become severely disappointed. So I'm not going to bank on it. Gonna hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Now, that being said, it's no secret that I am a Keith Thurman fan. And this is gonna be more of a serious video. When I say serious, I don't mean like I'm gonna rant or anything like that, like I did in my last video. What I mean by it is because I will become, I already put out the first one, this new series that I'm starting called Don't Be a Cherry Picker, while holding the WBC welterweight title in the welterweight division. So it's a play off of that movie, Don't Be a Menace to Society While Drinking Orange Juice in the Hood. Anyways, those videos are going to be meant to be funny. So I'm going to do my best to be creative and funny with those videos. But as for this video, I'm not really trying to be creative or funny or anything like that. I'm just going to give you my honest take on the fight. Of course, I'll be pulling for Thurman. And I legitimately think Thurman will win. At least for real. We all know that Danny Garcia has been able to get some gift decisions in the past. And it seems like even if you beat him convincingly, there's a possibility you still won't get the W. You won't get the nod because of whatever reason. Now, a lot of people do feel that Keith Thurman was gifted the Sean Porter win. Let me tell you something. And yeah, I'm a Keith Thurman fan, so I'm, take it for what it is. But here's the way that I see it. A lot of people are saying when they watch the fight live, a lot of the people who said they had Thurman winning or that they had it a draw later on said, I rewatched the fight and I think Sean Porter won. And you have every right to do that. But I always go off of the initial who you thought won. And the reason why is because even though a fight can be rescored, because it happened not that long ago, I believe, I can't remember, I think it's Sammy Vasquez, and I forget the other guy's name, but they gave it a draw, and then they rescored it right there on the spot, and then they gave it to Sammy Vasquez. I think I'm getting that right. It was some months ago. But that being said, they rescored it on the spot. Those judges didn't get to go back and rewatch the fight. And I do think there was some, I don't know, that I thought that was very strange, because what in the world happened within those 10, 15 minutes, however long it was. I don't even think it was 10 minutes. It might have been 5. But what in the world happened in those 5 minutes that changed your mind? That now it's not a draw, but that this guy won. But anyways, this isn't about that fight. That being said, when it comes to scoring a fight, there's nothing wrong with going back and then saying, okay, well, I kind of think this guy won now. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to judging a fight, you should always go off of your initial surmise. Shout out to Mr. Boxing Today, too. But, and that's why, is because those judges don't get to go back and rewatch it. It doesn't get overturned the next day. None of that stuff happens. If they are going to rescore the fight, they have to do it right there on the spot without being able to watch the whole fight all over again. And that's just the way that is. So, that being said, I really hope there's not a robbery. And I mean that either way. Because ultimately, if there is a robbery, whether it be a robbery in Garcia's favor or in Thurman's favor, the fact of the matter is, that's not good for the sport. Because casual fans who watch it, now granted, they're casual fans that may not even understand how the scoring works, but assuming that they know at least that much, and then they see a robbery, that is not a good look for the sport. So no, I'm not saying that I hope Keith Thurman wins even if it comes to a robbery. I'm not saying that. But I do want the right guy to win. If Danny Garcia shows up and is the better man on that night, hey, I tip my hat off to him. But I'm really hoping and I'm really pulling for Keith Thurman, and I think he will do it. At least there in the ring. If Danny Garcia is able to pull off a robbery, not an upset, a robbery, then it is what it is. I mean, we can't. I'm just a fan. At the end of the day, I can't do nothing about it. I've seen. Sorry about that. With this app that I record with, if a call comes in, pretty much ends your recording right then and there. And that's what happened. So if it sounds like it's an unorganic switch, that's because it is. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm not I'm only a fan. I really can't do anything about it. If a robbery were to occur, but I'm hoping for a good fight. I am pulling for Keith Thurman to win. I hope he does win. And he should win because he's been taking on, some tougher competition. And he's been fighting at welterweight the whole time. Whereas Danny Garcia could have been somewhat of a weight bully at 140. Especially seeing that his power doesn't have seemed to have carried over into 147 pounds. And To be honest, he's looked pretty sloppy the couple fights that he has had at welterweight. But anyways, to all my subscribers, anybody watching my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble upon this video, let me know what you think. Drop.